Friends, hello everyone. My name is Zhenya Panasyuk, and I stayed on a completely uninhabited island to test myself in survival conditions. And this is my 6th day on this island. The climate here is very dry with scorching sun and dry yellow grass. The main problem in such conditions is fresh water. That's why I am studying this island more and more carefully, in the hope of finding a source of fresh water, and I managed to find one such place. In the middle of the island, a small swamp formed, inside which there was fresh water. Large mangrove crabs live there, which I catch from time to time. This is my additional source of food. I also managed to catch a trumpetfish, several squids, and cuttlefish. I have slightly improved my camp. I sleep on a tree in a regular hammock. And to hide at least a little from the scorching sun, I use a small tarp. I use another larger tarp to store my equipment. Underwater, I set a trap in the hope of catching fish, crabs, or possibly lobsters. As bait, I used the remains of the previously caught fish, which were reluctantly attracting the attention of underwater inhabitants. Half a day has already passed, and I decided to take a mask and snorkel and dive underwater to retrieve the trap and check if I managed to catch anything. When I swam to the trap, I saw that there was no catch inside and even some bait remained. But when I threw the bait remains out of the trap, a small fish immediately swam up and started eating it. But for some reason, no one wanted to swim inside. I know, friends, that many of my viewers love fishing, but as you can see, it is very shallow on this island. The water is really very warm, which is very bad for fishing. In the ocean, fish are not caught where the water is warm and stagnant. They prefer currents and cool water. Larger fish are found where cold water flows, where there are strong currents. Here, however, everything is exactly the opposite. So, relying on fishing with a spinning rod, hoping to catch a shark or GT, makes no sense at all. Plus, the terrain, you saw it yourself. It stays shallow for a very long time. So casting a spinning rod is pointless. I don't even want to waste time on it. But I decided to set up a simple hand line, just like in the good old days. Like in childhood, when I cast with my finger and caught small fish, because to be honest, I'm a bit tired of spearfishing. Every night before bed, I go spearfishing. But last night I slept very poorly because after night spearfishing my nose got completely blocked. I don't know why, but I had a severe headache. Most likely I dove too deep. Maybe the pressure affected my ears. I don't know what caused it, but I felt very bad and slept poorly. So tonight, I don't want to dive before bed. But I won't make any promises. Maybe I will dive after all. Anyway, before the sun sets beyond the horizon, as it's already getting dark, I decided to set up a simple primitive hand line. Cast it, and maybe I'll be able to catch some small fish from the shore, which I can cook and eat. So what do I need for this? This little backpack, remember it, this rollback camouflage one. That means I have my fishing gear in there. I always take it with me when I go fishing. I have a minimal set, a thick fishing line for catching sharks, a few big powerful lures for GTs and sharks, and also a thin fishing line and a set of cheap Chinese hooks designed for saltwater fishing. I'll make a small hand line out of all this. And this will save for better times when I end up on a more fish-rich, uninhabited island. Again, friends, for me an island is always an exploration. I have no information, so I took it just in case, hoping there would be fishing spots. But there are no fishing spots here, so... First, I measured the required length for the hand line. 30 meters should be enough. I need to make 3 small leaders with hooks. I won't add more, because first, it will get caught in the grass more often. Second, why get distracted by 10 hooks when I can focus on 3 and at least react in time to catch something? I'll tie 3 hooks to the hand line, medium-sized, so I can catch both small and bigger fish. First hook, second hook, and third hook, done. Now I just need to find a suitable stone for a weight, and I can start fishing Oh yeah, and also find some bait. I'm thinking snails, shells, or a piece of fish, but a shell is better. Let's go. So, friends, this will be the weight for casting. And I found these shells with meat inside, which is great for bait. I also found a bigger shell. It's edible, very tasty even. I first encountered it when filming my survival video in Coconut Bay. Who remembers? That's a very old season. Very atmospheric, cool. I recommend watching it if you missed it. Anyway, that's where I first got to know this mollusk, this shell. And I boiled it, cooked it, very tasty. But now I'll also use it as bait. It's meaty. I can cut it into pieces with a knife. Alright, let's get to fishing. I'll break the mollusk open with a rock and take out the insides. This piece goes straight onto the hook. And now onto the second hook and the third. I'll use a stick to secure the handline on the shore. I'll make a small notch on top to insert and tension the line. Now, let's cast the rig into the water. Now I just need to attach some kind of indicator and watch for bites. I need to do this quickly because I put on a very tasty shell. Just need to tighten it a little. I think that's good. The ocean here is very calm, so the waves don't disturb the handline. It feels like I'm sitting by a lake in my village as a kid. No waves, and you're just waiting for a bite. Watching that little thing go bam, bam, bam right before your eyes, and you set the hook immediately. Let's see if something bites or not. I hope it does. Come on, bite right now. I want to see it. Tick, 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 right before my eyes. No. Damn, I have such a bait hanging there that I would bite myself, honestly. I cut up such a delicious mollusk into pieces just to use it as bait, and it still pains me. Was it all for nothing or what? So come on, fish. Big and bigger, my... Casts are getting farther and farther. Well, for now, let's remove the slack. And next time we'll add some indicator in place. Everything is set. The handline is loaded. All right, casting. Friends. Oh damn, that was definitely a bite. That was definitely a bite. But now it'll be awesome if I actually caught it on camera. That would be something. Friends. Yes, the first fish, friends. Damn, look, I caught some kind of red mullet. I hope the camera is working. Camera, please. You are working, right? Look at this beautiful fish, my first catch on the handline. Friends, damn, I'm happy, I'm thrilled. Cutting up that mollusk was not in vain. Look how beautiful it is. Camera, please, you did record this moment, right? Yes, this one, yes, this is it. This is what you call a 1 in a million shot. When you just cast the handline and immediately catch a bite on camera. And how I caught this fish. Damn, what luck, friends. A very beautiful fish. The first catch is in. Not in vain, not in vain. I cut up the mollusk. So let's change the bait and continue fishing. Wow. I hope that in all this adrenaline while pulling it in, I didn't mess anything up. A new piece of mollusk, see? I told you, this mollusk is very tasty. Even I like it, and the fish couldn't resist. Let's make a second cast. Now I'm getting the hang of it, friends. I'm casting properly. Look, and the indicator goes right into place. I'll set up the camera on the side so you can watch the bites with me. Come on, another one. The most important thing for me is that I'm really happy, even with such a small fish. Catching even a tiny fish on camera is already a joy for me. But while I was chatting with you, the fish stopped biting. That's it. I kept on fishing, hoping to catch a few more fish. And I also started thinking that I spend most of the day hiding from the scorching sun. And I realized that I need to do something about it. So tomorrow, I will definitely build myself a big shelter. So, friends, there was just a bite. But did I miss it or not? Did I miss it or not? Damn, I probably missed it, friends. While I ran to turn on the camera to show you. Damn, what a shame. Oh no, such a shame. And this big mollusk that I cut into pieces is quite meaty. And because of that, it stays well on the hook. Friends, this is some kind of cruel joke. I ran to grab my pants and a hoodie because the mosquitoes were eating me alive. And here they set up a rock and roll show for me. Damn, what a mess. Come on, bite, bite. Are you messing with me? I went to get my hoodie because the mosquitoes were eating me. I come back and here, boom, boom, the rod is bending like crazy. By the time I turned on the camera, and what? Nothing? But there's still a piece of bait left. Still a piece. You could swallow hook number 1 and move on to hook number 2. Hey, yo, mayo, they pulled it. Let's check. Well, just as I said, look, the bait is still there. But the bites were very aggressive, very fierce. Well, it's time to cook this fish. First, I'll gather dry grass and firewood. This thorny grass is such a pain. I'll make a fire and cook the fish I caught. While keeping an eye on the hand line, I'll be preparing the fish at the same time. Now the most important mission, I need to make fire without matches or a lighter. If anything, right through the monitors. Through the comments. Jeka, Jeka, pull, pull, the fish is biting. To make fire as usual, I'll use a stone, tinder and a steel plate. First try. We have fire, but still no more fish. Was there a bite or not? I think tomorrow morning I'll wake up. As soon as the tide phase begins, I'll sit down at the handline and fish some more. While my catch was cooking on the fire, I continued my fishing. And at some point, a light rain started to fall. And that means I have the opportunity to collect some extra fresh water. Friends, I just can't believe my eyes. It started to rain. Finally, the long-awaited rain. A bit of freshness, a bit of freshness. And I hope it starts raining just a little harder now. I've just prepared a pot in the corner of my tent, and right here. Come on, rain, give it your all so I can fill up a whole pot of water. Damn, friends. This is such freshness, such joy, words can't describe it. You can't even imagine what it feels like. I'll take off my shirt, I don't know, grab a piece of soap and wash myself while it's raining. Come on, a little stronger. Friends, this is such joy, I can't put it into words, honestly. Looking at myself, I got a little sunburned, right? Damn, but I want it to rain just a bit harder, just a little bit more. I would take a piece of soap and wash myself. Did you know that soap doesn't lather in salt water? If you go into salt water and use shampoo or soap, it won't foam. But in fresh water, everything works as it should. It lathers, foams, and everything is fine. The rain is so light that even my fire hasn't gone out and is still burning. Damn, but I'd like it to be a little better. You know, nature, you could give me just a bit more, but thanks for what I got. Everything feels so much fresher, so much more pleasant in my soul. I even feel a little happier now. This is it. This is how it should be. So, fish, did you manage to get grilled or not? Time passed, and occasionally small fish would bite, but I still couldn't catch anything else with my hand line. Well, I'll pack up my hand line and try again tomorrow. The sun set beyond the horizon and night fell, and that means it's time for night spear fishing. For this I will use a homemade spear. It's a kind of primitive spear. It will serve me as a replacement for a spear gun. At night, small fish hide in the coral reef, and with this spear, they are very easy to catch. This is my chance to catch a sufficient amount of food, and there, near the water's surface, a small needlefish was swimming. But because of its shape, it's very hard to hit. After a fairly successful spearfishing session, I decided to catch a few more crabs. I took a pot with me and headed to a small lake that had formed in the middle of the island. This swamp is home to mangrove crabs. Come on, come on. Come on, to the other side, come on. Oops, come here, up.
Whoa.
Oh. Wow, that's amazing. Big one, a big crab. Here's another big one.
Opa.
Also a male, friends. Another male.
Opa.
Wow, it's huge. Look, that's incredible. Just a giant. This is the biggest swamp mangrove crab I've ever caught. Not the ones from traps, not the ones living in the mangroves and water, but the actual land-dwelling ones. Before going to sleep, I grilled the fish over the fire and ate it. And I kept the crabs alive in the pot for the next day. I returned to my hammock and went to sleep. The 7th day on the uninhabited island. So, how are the crabs doing? How are they holding up? Everything's fine. Let's go cook them. The crabs spent the whole night in the pot, and in the morning they were all alive and fresh. So now I need to make fire and cook my food. First, I'll gather dry firewood, some grass, coconut husk. Using a stone and a steel plate, I made fire. Now the crabs need to be prepared. Before boiling them, they need to be put to sleep and thoroughly cleaned of the swamp mud. I washed the pot thoroughly with seawater and sand. Then I filled it with clean seawater. Placed it on the fire to boil. I'll cook the crabs in it. Just look at their colors. On one side the crabs are yellow, on the other side they are orange, and in the middle they are pink and purple. Such a beautiful coloration. Last night I managed to catch these large swamp mangrove crabs, and today I will cook them over the fire and taste them. Great crabs. And while I was showing you the crabs, the water in the pot boiled. I'm throwing them in. Covering with a lid and setting the timer for 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes will be enough. Now the hardest part remains, to wait for my food to be ready. Today, I will need a lot of strength. I want to build a big shelter. A shelter where I can hide during the day from the scorching sun, to create new weapons for hunting. And also, in this shelter I will be able to store all my inventory and dry firewood. And that means the crabs are ready. In just 10 minutes my crabs have boiled. Let's take them out. Just look at this beautiful color. It looks very appetizing. This flat long board will serve as my plate. My dish is ready. Well, it's time to taste it. Hot. Still hot, hot, hot. I know that many viewers are also eating something delicious in front of their screens right now. So I wish you all a good appetite. Well, my friends, enjoy your meal. I really like the taste of these crabs. And it's also important that seafood is rich in protein. You just break the leg like this. It's soft inside, like opening a seed. And with this little claw, just like that, snap, the meat comes out. And so with every leg, a separate kind of meditation. You open the leg, pull out the meat with the claw, and eat it. Good morning, friends. And this is already the 8th day on the uninhabited island. Cicadas are my alarm clock, and I don't need a watch. I'll take my spear, and since there is still low tide, I'll walk around and check with my spear. Maybe there's something edible among these rocks. The low tide is very strong this morning. Just look. During the day, the difference is not so noticeable, but at night and in the morning, the water recedes and returns much more. In the morning, during the low tide, the water level dropped by several meters, and small lakes formed. Inside these small lakes, like in a trap, there are small fish and crabs. Good morning, friends, and another day on the uninhabited island. Using my homemade spear, which I call a spear, I will try to catch some food here. And I will subtly remind those who forget to like the video at the end, do it now. It's going to be interesting. Enjoy watching. I moved very smoothly and slowly, and I carefully examined the coral reef. Oh, this flat one. This is a flat oyster. Is it alive? I'll take it. I'll cook it over the fire. Look, a shrimp. A shrimp, that one. A mantis shrimp is rushing around, but it's very small, not even worth it. Oh, friends, a moray eel, a moray eel. Damn, damn, damn. I wasn't fast enough. Oh, friends, a moray eel, a moray eel. Did you see it? Did you see it? Right there. It was a good one. But damn, just hitting the rock with the spear tip would have been pointless. I needed to get closer. I didn't think it would hide under that rock. I thought it would keep swimming. I would get closer and hit it. Right here, in this burrow, it lives. It came out somewhere around here to find food. It was a good one, by the way. Big size, gray color. I hope you saw it. See, it wasn't in vain that I decided to walk around during the low tide. I moved from one small lake to another, looking for food. Yesterday, during the night spearfishing, look how I damaged my spear tip once again. But to be fair, I must say that the quality of this tip is better than I expected, because I was sure it was the cheapest, worst steel, the cheapest tip. But you've seen more than once how I bent it at 90 degrees like this, and you'd think if I straightened it, it would just break off. Just no chance. But still, it returns to its place, straightens out, sharpens, and keeps catching and doing its job. So honestly, I have to give credit to this spear tip. It's been with me for so many years, and it has gone through the toughest tests with me. So thank you, spear tip. It took another beating yesterday. I didn't have time to straighten it at night. Now I'll walk around while it's still low tide. Then I'll return and try to fix it a little. There is no such strong low tide during the day. It's only strong in the morning and a strong high tide at night. Large water pockets have formed where fish, squids, or octopuses might have gotten trapped, and now I'm walking with my spear, trying to find such fish to shoot if needed. I hear a boat, but where is it? God, what kind of engine does that boat have if it's not even visible on the horizon? And the sound is as if it's right behind me. A lot of interesting things happen that I don't even see during the day or night spearfishing. I hadn't seen mantis shrimp before. I hadn't encountered moray eels yet. So do we have a mollusk or a hermit crab here? A mollusk, friends, a mollusk. More food. We take it and move on. I need to watch my step very carefully. The stonefish lives here. One of the most dangerous and venomous fish in the world. It camouflages very well as a rock, and you might not notice it and step on it. The top of this fish has a fin with very sharp and venomous spines sticking out, and they can easily pierce the sole of my shoe. So I won't be collecting sea cucumbers. These black ones are very tough. I need to collect the green ones, the ones that are useful, the ones that can be eaten. Another moray eel, moray, my friends. I saw another moray eel swimming away and hiding under a rock. Got it. Got the catch, my friends. Got it. That's it, I'm taking it to camp. This will be enough for me. I brought my catch back to camp. It needs to be put to sleep, cleaned, and cooked. And once again, using my homemade spear, I managed to catch myself some food. Now I need to make fire to cook the fish. But on this island, I have neither a lighter nor matches. Only ingenuity, my skills and experience. To make fire, I made a small bow. And using the drilling method, I will try to produce a spark to ignite a fire. I rotate this rod and the friction generates a spark. I transferred this spark onto dry coconut husk. Then I blew on the spark to make it bigger and placed it into dry grass. And now I need to blow it in different directions until I manage to create a fire. We have fire. Now I can cook the moray eel. I will make good coals. And I will grill the moray eel just like that, with the skin on. Because cleaning a moray eel would take me half a day. The skin is very difficult to clean. It's incredibly tough, super rubbery. So I will just make a strong heat, throw it directly onto the open coals. The skin will burn off, and the meat inside will be cooked. This is not the most appetizing catch I've ever had on this island. But still, it's fish and it's my food. Thanks to this catch, I will be able to survive another day on this island with ease. Friends, today I'm cooking a moray eel. Not a bad catch, a fairly large moray eel this time. Now I need to clean the fish, but the moray eel is very tough and aggressive. And at some point it managed to twist free and bite my finger. It's unbelievably tough, my friends. This is insane. I don't want to say what I've already had to do, but even so, it's still not giving up. It's very difficult to hold, impossible to grip. Its skin is incredibly slippery and tough. Friends, this feels more like cleaning a snake than a fish, honestly. It has so much fat inside. Good coals. Just what I need. And I'll place it right on top like this. Now I'll cover it with a lid so it bakes like in an oven. This way, the heat from the coals will wrap around the moray eel evenly, and it will bake faster. I don't want to sit by the fire the whole time. I'll do something useful. But knowing myself, I tend to miss the moment to flip it, because I'm busy, filming, catching something, so I'll set a timer just in case. Today, I decided to expand my camp. And while my fish is cooking, I need to gather building materials. The waves during high tide wash up large logs and bamboo onto the shore of my cove. All of this will serve as my construction materials. Everything useful that I managed to find, I brought back to my camp. All right. I remember. I'm running to flip the moray eel. What do we have here? It looks good. And I'm closing the lid again. Let it simmer. Sometimes I manage to find really long pieces of bamboo. With all of this, I can definitely build something big. While I was gathering materials, my fish finished cooking. Done. It looks awful, but it actually tastes pretty good. In any case, this is my source of energy. This is what my meal looks like today, my friends. Well, either way, you see, it was worth waking up early, walking around during low tide, and catching this moray eel. Having food today is already a good thing, a good start to the day. With a bit of lime juice on top, it will taste even better. Its head looks really scary. But it cuts well. I will remove the skin. And honestly, this fish looks more like a snake than a fish. Meat? Well, I don't know, it's a bit tougher, crispy, something between fish and squid. Not as soft as regular fish, but rather tough and juicy. In short, it's an eel. If you've eaten eel in a Japanese restaurant, well, it's the same. The skin is, fatty. I think that if it's not toxic, then it should be tasty too. I think you've noticed a very unpleasant sound in the background. These are the sounds of cicadas. It's like a big fly that sits on a tree and makes this annoying noise. But did you know that some species of cicadas spend up to 17 years underground in their larval stage before emerging in masses? This helps them avoid predators. After surfacing, already in the form of a flying insect, cicadas live for only a few weeks. Cicadas are among the loudest insects. Their sounds can reach 120 decibels, comparable to a jackhammer. Male cicadas use this loud noise to attract females, and in this short time, they must manage to reproduce, after which they die. Tasty fish. I'm very happy with the catch. This one, I'll leave half of this tail for later. So friends, it's time to carry out the mission of building the shelter. I have a frame measuring 3 by 4 meters. We can use it along the 4-meter side and have 1.5 meters for the slope, or the other way around. 3 meters along and 2 meters for the slope. A good log. I need it to be about 1.8 meters long. 1 post. The second post. This bamboo is too thin for a post, so now I'll find something thicker. Or I'll sacrifice one of these. I need to find 2 more posts. I'm 1.84 meters tall, something like that. And I need them to be about the same height. 2 more pieces. This stick will also do. I wanted to use bamboo, but oh well. No big deal. Heavy. I thought I found one, but no. It's cracked and in very bad condition. I need something sturdier. I'll take it as an additional element, but it won't work as a base. Well, I've gathered enough bamboo. I also collected some ropes. I'll need them to tie the whole structure together. Now, I'm going to start building. So, friends, I have selected 4 pieces of the same length. This will be the foundation. Then, over there, I picked a 4-meter guiding beam, as well as 2 more elements, about 5 meters each. I'll deal with them later and show you why I took them. And here are all the leftovers that I'll need for the final stage. Now I'm taking 2 pieces of the same length and tying them together on one side. The other 2 as well. Here, I'm tying them on one side. The foundation is ready. Now, one end of the guiding beam is tied to 2 legs. The main thing is to tie a good knot. Tightness doesn't matter. It will press down under its own weight and hold well. I tied 2 legs on one side and tied another 2 legs on the other side. Then I secured the crossbeam. Now I need to lift the structure. Doing it alone is very difficult and inconvenient, but I have no other choice. After some time, I managed to set up the structure. A bit later, I'll reinforce it further. This is what the frame of my future shelter looks like. This thing should go on top, right here. Somewhere, I must have missed something. I don't understand how it happened. That's how... Now everything is perfect. I repositioned the guide and secured it well. Now the structure will push itself apart under its own weight and become stiffer. On the sides, I also tied additional stiffeners. On one side, and the other side exactly the same. Now my structure is a little stiffer and won't collapse or fall over. So far it looks like this. I'll cut off the excess fragments to make it look nice. Between these two crossbars, I can install cross sticks and make a bed or shelves for my inventory on top, or a place where I'll hide my dry firewood. Now I need to throw a tarp over this structure. Now I'm tying the tarp to the side crossbar so that the wind won't blow it away. And so far, I've got this kind of shelter. It's tall enough, and I can walk and work in full height here. It's very convenient. And here's what my sleeping place looks like. An ordinary hammock with a mosquito net and a small tarp from the scorching sun. Well, friends, at this stage, my camp looks like this. I know it could be better, but friends, everything depends on time. And you please rate my camp on a scale from 1 to 10 on this deserted island. After my morning hunt for moray eel, I need to sharpen my spear a little. In the evening, I returned to my camp and finished off the remaining moray eel. And when the sun set below the horizon, I took my mask and snorkel, fins, my homemade spear, and plunged into the water to try to catch some more food. At night, fish in the coral reef are very sleepy and lose their vigilance. So almost immediately, without any effort, I managed to catch a fish. I swam further and watched carefully around me. And also, cuttlefish or squid occasionally swam near the surface of the water. I didn't miss one of them and I managed to catch it. Just look at how it changes its color underwater. I swam a little further and saw several more cuttlefish. Or it was a squid, I'm not sure, but I didn't waste any time either. I aimed and made an accurate shot. Another catch. Just look at that ink cloud. This catch will be enough, so I returned to the shore, made fire, and started cooking the caught seafood. I made a small skewer from a branch, and I put the squid and cuttlefish on the stick. They don't need to be cooked for long, then their meat will be soft and tender. Literally, in 10 minutes, my catch was ready. It was delicious. I ate quite a lot, returned to my hammock, and fell asleep. Good morning, friends! I woke up, washed up first, and did a little workout, and this is what my camp looks like right now. Friends, just look at what I managed to find during low tide. An unreal giant. This is a 1 in a million chance. This is great luck. This is a childhood dream. Look how big it is. What a mollusk. And it's already dead. It's clear that it has been underwater for a very long time, already without an inhabitant inside. I can't believe it, friends, that I got this lucky. What a beauty. What a size. It's just gigantic. This is the biggest shell I have ever found. This is truly some childhood dream of mine. I've always wanted to find a big, beautiful shell. But something of this size, I would have never believed I could find. I thought they only existed at super great depths. Awesome. Look at this size, friends. Damn, I'm happy. And I'm just casually reminding those who forget to like the video at the end. Do it now. Enjoy watching. My freshwater supplies are running low, so I need to do something about it. First of all, I need to find a suitable plastic bottle among the trash. Preferably a minimally dirty one. This one is perfect. I unscrew the cap and I need to attach my filter here. You fill the bottle with water, open the filter and drink it as if through a straw. A very compact and convenient thing. With this filter, you can purify rainwater or lake water. I often use such filters in my hikes and survival trips. Friends, every evening, clouds gather over that big island, thunder rumbles. Maybe even rain falls, but it never reaches me. I really hope, honestly, first I would just have a good wash, and second, it would be a way to collect fresh water. During the day, it's very difficult to do anything. The sun is scorching hot, but I can't waste time. I'll take crab traps from AliExpress and set them up near the swamp. Maybe with them, I'll manage to catch my food today. I don't believe it. I don't believe I'll be lucky enough for those rain clouds to reach my island. I don't believe it. It sounds so beautiful. That thunder rolls there every evening like that. So friends, it's time to set the crab traps. I'll do it quickly because there are mosquitoes here. And they're everywhere. I'll set up 2 traps like these. Moreover, they are very convenient because they zip up. I don't know how long they'll last, how long this zipper will hold up, but it looks very interesting. The trap is ready. 1. I'm baiting 1 trap with leftover fish. As far as I know, these crabs are omnivores. But we'll see if they eat fish today or not, just like that. 1 trap is baited. Now let's set up the second trap. 1, 2, close it. So the second trap, friends, for the second trap, I'll put a rotten banana from my strategic reserve. Here's the banana. Again, I'll repeat, these crabs are omnivores. They eat both fruits and carrion. So today, we'll check what they prefer, fish or bananas. And of course, write your predictions in the comments under the video. Where will the crabs go, or where will more crabs go? To the fruits or to the smell of fish? Now let's find a good spot to place the traps. There were a lot of them here. I think I should leave them here. No need to carry them far. I'll just place one on this side and the other on that side. To keep it fair, there are a lot of crabs here, so I'm sure at least 1 trap should work. Alright, the traps are set. Let's see if I catch anything or not. A big school of fish just jumped. Maybe a shark is chasing them. Here, I can store my gear. Also on this shelf, I can keep my spearfishing equipment. But right now it's drying in the sun after being in the water. So friends, take a look. The sun rises in this place. It rises above the horizon. It climbs to the zenith. And now the sun is scorching from above. But it doesn't reach me. Because you see, thanks to the more pyramidal shape of the roof, the sun will stay above throughout the entire daylight period. And not only does the roof cover me from above, but also from the sides. So it rises here and sets behind my back. And throughout the whole day, I remain in the shade of this shelter. If this shelter could stay here and I could return to it, I would of course build an entire house here and improve it more and more each time. But not this time. I'm not sure if I'll ever return to this island again. At noon, the scorching sun is very strong and staying on land is very difficult. So, I'll take my spearfishing gear and dive underwater. This time, I swam toward the mangrove bushes. Last time, near these rocks, I saw a good fish. But today, there were a lot of them, but all small. Such small schooling fish are usually chased to the shore by a large toothy predator, such as a wahoo or a barracuda. That's why this place needs to be carefully checked. And while I was peering underwater, I noticed some movement in the mangrove bushes above and heard a sound. I swam a little closer to the mangrove bushes, lifted my head, and saw monkeys in the trees. Moreover, the smaller ones kept their distance, while the larger ones, as I later realized the males, started approaching me. One monkey got very close to me. It probably thought I was some kind of giant fish. It was very curious about who I was and what I was doing here. Male monkeys can be very aggressive and will do anything to protect their family. So, I'd better not provoke it and swim away to a safe distance. I keep swimming. There were very few fish, and near one of the coral reefs I saw the remains of a large mollusk. But there was nothing edible left inside. I didn't lose hope and kept looking around carefully. And here, at a great depth, I saw some kind of huge bowl. But when I dived deeper, I saw that it was a very interesting coral with a large opening inside where a fish was hiding. I was exhausted and, without a catch, decided to return to shore. I dried off a little, rested, and regained my strength. Well, friends, attempt number 2. Maybe today, the rain will be stronger than yesterday. So, during spearfishing, I wasn't able to catch any food. But I always have backup options. I decided to collect small mollusks on the rocks, which I usually use as fishing bait. These mollusks are also edible. You just need to collect a large number of them and cook yourself some soup. This is also a good source of protein and energy. But first, I need to make fire. While it ignites and the water boils on the fire, I will gather the mollusks. So friends, I need to find a dry tinder fungus. It's the perfect natural tinder that makes fire starting easy. I want to start a fire, boil water, and cook the snails that I'm now using as bait for my throw line, because I'm going to cook myself a seafood soup. And here it is. This is exactly what a tinder fungus looks like. I need its dry part. The inner dry part of this fungus ignites very quickly and easily. Just one small spark landing on the dry tinder fungus is enough to make it catch fire easily. Let's try to make fire using this mushroom. I take a small stone, place pieces of the mushroom on top, and strike a spark using a small plate. Just look at how quickly and easily it ignites. I transferred this mushroom into dry grass and blew the fire into flames. And now I need to gather more mollusks. I will put them in my pot. During low tide, you can collect a lot of such mollusks. the water recedes several meters. And all those rocks that were underwater at night become exposed. Mollusks are very easy to collect by hand. You need to gather as many as possible. A hermit crab. I thought it was a mollusk. I see a big shell. I think, oh, juicy, but it's already occupied. Another one. Also, what kind of trickery is this? Ah, these are hermit crabs, and they are vacationing here as a whole company. This one is a hermit crab too. So friends, look. I managed to find something, look. I'll go boil this for now and taste it. If everything is fine, then I'll collect more. While I was gathering my catch, the fire was burning strong. I will cook them in seawater so they remain salty. Now I need to fill the pot with seawater. I put it on the fire and let it boil. While my soup was cooking, I didn't waste time. I was engaged in primitive fishing with a hand line. I'm sure there's no bait left on it. One piece remains, but two were eaten. Strange, the tastiest and juiciest one is still hanging there. How does this work? So, friends, I walked around a bit more and found two big tasty ones. The same ones I sacrificed for bait last time. But this time I found two juicy ones. Now I'll put them into the pot. Oh, it's boiling rapidly now. This is strong. But not for me. A good piece. I kept casting again and again, but today the fish didn't want to bite. I really hope my crab traps work, because this soup won't be enough for me. It's boiling. Friends, let's give it another 5 minutes. While the soup was cooking, I sat by the fire and thought about future travels. A plan for a trip to a new country, to a new uninhabited island, was already forming in my head. And I also caught myself thinking that when I am on an uninhabited island, survival makes me very tired. At some point, I start dreaming of returning to civilization. But when I'm in civilization, it's the other way around. I dream of getting back to a new uninhabited island. That means it's time to try what we've made. Let it cool down. I'll take it off the fire. Now I need to make a small pin, which I can use to extract the meat. It will be an imitation of a bamboo toothpick. Well, friends, about the soup, I was just speaking figuratively, because boiling mollusks that grow on corals and rocks is not the kind of broth you should be drinking. As corals can be poisonous, all the harmful substances from these shells have boiled out, and drinking this broth would be wrong. So I'll pour it out and eat the shells. This is what the new dish looks like. It smells delicious. Well, to be fair, it broke apart quickly. I discard the shell and take only the meaty foot. Too bad, but inside one of them was a tiny hermit crab. A little mistake.
Opa.
Oh, damn, this is tasty. By the way, it tastes a bit like a giant clam, except that the giant clam has a big chunk of meat, while these are like little seeds. Let's try another one. Oh, this piece is a bit bigger, and now it's time to try this big one. It has a sort of lid. Oh, a pearly disc. Beautiful, by the way.
Смотри.
And here's the mollusk itself. Oh, now, this is something else, friends. Look, this is a proper piece. This part is discarded. It's the stomach and its remains. And this part is edible. It's a bit tougher, but still quite easy to chew. The small ones taste better. This one is meatier, but the small ones are tastier. I'll open one more. I remove the inside and eat the meaty foot. Yes, these little ones are very tender and strongly resemble a giant clam. But this bigger one, while meatier, is a bit tougher and noticeably less tasty than the small ones. Waste to the side. And the meat itself? I like it. Very tasty. It would be interesting, you know, to harvest such rare delicacies as the tridacna. That spiky mollusk over there is also considered a delicacy. Crabs, yes, catching them. A trumpet fish, a moray eel. And then I catch them and give them to a real professional chef so he can make some miso soup or sashimi from these seafoods. I love cooking. I really love cooking. I've been cooking since childhood. I know how to cook well, not just quickly over coals. I love and know how to cook poultry, duck, chicken, meat, steaks, and kebabs very well. Simply divine. I've been doing it all my life, including smoking fish. Don't judge me by quick cooking over open coals when it looks burnt on the outside. That is not the level of my culinary skills, so what am I getting at? I'm getting at the fact that I simply don't have time for it in my videos. That is, right now, I'm testing myself in survival conditions. I don't have time to play with food. Caught the prey, cooked it, ate it. We conserve energy, catch food, replenish energy. It's simple. So, friends, it would be cool if I focused purely on hunting and gathering food. And some chefs sat here and took care of the cooking process. That would be an interesting experience. And I have had such an experience before. I have a video on my channel where I'm with Edic Canarian. Edic Canarian. We cooked a crab, and there will be more. We will definitely shoot a few more videos together. Edic liked it, and I liked it too. It was very interesting. In general, I think I should take Edic with me to an uninhabited island. Let him work his magic and cook something incredibly delicious, and I would focus on hunting. If you support this idea, be sure to write about it in the comments. And of course, you can give this video a thumbs up. That's it. Let's see in the morning. I won't feel bad. Or we'll find out in just a few hours. Now that's taste. That's rich. Right after this, such a big explosion of emotions, an explosion of taste receptors. And compared to this one, the bigger one is just like a piece of rubber. I'll walk around some more, search. Maybe I'll find a rock where there are more of them and gather some. I liked it. Friends, it was very tasty. It is very tasty. I hope that while watching my videos you are eating something too, so enjoy your meal as well. It was delicious, but not enough, and the sky was getting more and more covered with rain clouds. And on the horizon, I saw lightning and heard thunder. I took a found plastic bottle and a water filter, and returned to the swamp to try to replenish my fresh water supply. First, I smelled the water, and then very carefully tasted it. No, friends. This water most likely gets here with a big tide or during a storm, because it's slightly salty. First of all, it's terribly stagnant. You must never drink such water. Why did I think it was fresh water? Because, firstly, bird tracks. But most likely, they were catching some fish. And secondly, there are a lot of monkeys on this island. And I'm sure that monkeys don't live on islands without a source of fresh water. So I was hoping this was the source. But no, I was wrong. So we keep searching. In the evening, when the sun began to set over the horizon, I immediately made a fire, added more wood, and went to the swamp to check my crab traps. Going to check the crab traps. You can, while I'm on my way, write your predictions. Let's see if you have a hunch if it works or not. Did I manage to catch something? All right, friends, I'm already approaching. Oh, wow. Friends, look at this. Look. What a beast. There are 2 crabs here. In the fish trap, there are 2 crabs. One is really huge. Look, this one is just a giant. That's amazing. And the banana trap. The banana trap is completely empty. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing here. Looks like they don't like bananas. Let it stay here. If not him, then the monkeys will eat it. And here, friends, just look at this huge crab. Wow, wow. Friends, I'm about to be eaten. Anyway, I'm taking the trap along with the catch and carrying it home. Come on, let me show it to you first. The bigger one, but I'll take the traps as they are. Look at this monster. Anyway, a monster. Look at the size of its giant claw. Wow. There's another one inside. Wow. Just look at this leg. Alright, I'm throwing it back there. That's it, friends. I'm taking this catch and carrying it to the camp. I'll cook and eat the crab. Great. With my catch and in a good mood, I return to the camp. There, I made my fire. By the way, look at the beautiful lamp I managed to make from this mollusk I found this morning. It looks like some kind of lava lamp. Such a beautiful color. I made a fire and cooked the crabs I caught. After that, I returned to my hammock and went to sleep. In the morning, there was a major low tide phase. I need to wait for the tide. The water level will rise, and I will be able to go spearfishing. I take my gear and dive underwater. Today, for spearfishing, I will use a wooden spear gun. I load it with all 3 bands in case I spot a big fish. Today, I was hunting at great depths. I dove down to the corals and carefully observed. But so far I haven't seen any big fish. Not losing hope, I continue my spearfishing. At depth, I noticed a large school of small fish. Usually such fish are followed by a big predator, so this place must be checked. I took a deep breath and dived down. I lay close to the seabed and tried to stay as still as possible, waiting for the moment when a big fish would swim out, but that moment never came. I decided to return closer to the shore, to try catching something near the rocks and mangrove bushes. Look, there are oysters growing on the underwater rocks here. They are very tasty and also a great bait for fishing. I keep swimming, searching for my catch. And suddenly, I noticed something interesting underwater again. What a find, friends! Look at this beauty. Awesome! Damn, it's gigantic. Look. Wow. And to get it myself, I think I'd have to dive about 50 meters deep. What a stroke of luck. Amazing. It's time to head back to shore. So I'll leave the caught mollusks here for now, so they stay fresher. I'll gather some more and then cook them all together. In general, friends, I don't know. For some, this might be a small thing, for others, nonsense. But as a kid, I always walked along the Dnipro River, looking for the most beautiful shells. And when I traveled to Crimea and saw big, beautiful souvenir shells for sale, of course, I wanted to buy one as a keepsake, but I also dreamed of finding one myself, right? They were so beautiful, of different shapes and large sizes. And somewhere on the higher shelves, farther away, were ones of this size. They were insanely expensive at the time, at least for me. Those shells were way too expensive for me to buy as a keepsake. And you look at them and think, damn, what if I find one someday? And then, no matter how much you dived, how much you walked along the beach, how much you observed the underwater terrain with a mask, you kept searching for the most beautiful, the biggest shell to keep as a memory. As far as I know, big shells are found at really great depths. Well, that's what I thought until today. I don't know if this is just a lucky spot, or if I'm lucky, but I wouldn't say I'm lucky. I've never found anything like this before. I only dreamed since childhood of finding the biggest shell. Friends, this is a jackpot. Just look at this. Friends, 2 shells. It's just incredible. I will show this biggest one. Friends, look, it has a perfect shape. It remained in perfect condition despite no longer being alive. In the wild, a giant shell has kept its true form. What luck! This is an unbelievably cool memory. Honestly, for some, this might seem silly. Some dream of a car, a summer house, a house, but I always dreamed since childhood of personally finding a giant shell. And on this island, I got lucky. I found 2. They say if you put it to your ear, you can hear the ocean. I put it to my ear and hear the ocean because it's roaring right here beside me. Bigger than my head. To make fire on a tropical island, I need a dry stick. I split it in 2 using my knife. On one side, I made a small indentation with the blade. Now I've prepared another stick. I rounded both ends. A handle is placed on top. Now I will need a rope. I will need a dry coconut shell. And also dry firewood. Now this rope needs to be tied to a stick. Make a kind of bow imitation. I wrap the rope of this bow around the stick. I press it from above with a handle and start rotating. As soon as the drill fits into the base, with the help of a knife, you need to make a small cut where the coal will accumulate. And now we begin to make fire. Very quickly and easily, I managed to get a spark. I transferred it to a dry coconut, and without any problems, I blew the fire to life. And while I was filming the mollusks for you, it started raining. Seizing the moment, I immediately took an empty pot and placed it near my tent, so that the rainwater collects in this pot. And in this way, I will be able to gather an additional reserve of fresh water. Friends, finally, a full-fledged rain has begun. I placed the pot, hoping to collect fresh water, at least to check it off my list, that I have obtained fresh water on this uninhabited island. Of course, this would not be enough for me to survive, but still, just for the sake of checking it off the list, I must complete this task. At least take a few sips of water, not from the reserve, but collected from the uninhabited island. Damn, what a smell, friends. Such a fresh scent. No more scorching sun. If the rain got a little heavier, I would take a shower with soap. Look, friends, it's dry here naturally, completely protecting from both the sun and the rain. There is a small shelf where you can store your belongings. Of course, this shelf can be made bigger to store more things, and if you put in the effort, you can find many such crossbars, lay them here and make a full-fledged lounger, a bed, and you can sleep peacefully, hiding from the sun and rain. Right now, there's a slight drizzle. Of course, I won't hide from it because I've missed the rain. I'll rinse off a bit of the salty water. But still, look, a tarp, a hammock, a mosquito net, a camping shower, and my shelter. Protection from the sun, a workshop or storage area, and my bay. And a completely uninhabited island. There is not a single house, not a single road, no signs of civilization on this island. Another mission is completed. I found a new island. It turned out to be uninhabited. I flew around it entirely with a drone, checked and double-checked. Not a single person lives here. Only occasionally, some fishermen park their boats, take a break and sail off again to fish. At first, I thought this shell was chipped. But no. Look, friends. If you flip the same one, it looks exactly the same. 3 big ones, small one, small one. 3 big ones, small one, small one. Maybe it was just lying underwater in a certain way. It was lying like this. What is the name of this mollusk? Damn, this is just... what a stroke of luck. I just can't believe it, friends. I'm so happy. And it's leopard colored, so beautiful. These are the consequences of the coral reef. This too. Look, this means touching corals without protective gear. These are my feet. And this is the spot where I stepped on a nail. This thing, I don't know what it is. This is where I stepped on the nail. Last night, I accidentally ran my hand over it like this while lying down. And it started to hurt badly, even though I stepped on it several days ago. And on the first day, it didn't hurt at all. Well, after it came, it kind of passed. I didn't feel it. And with each day, it started to hurt more and more. I thought some salt water got in, maybe some infection. And yesterday, I accidentally touched it with my hand. And there was a stabbing pain inside, even though the skin was already closed. Good thing I have a small tweezers in my Victorinox knife. I tore the skin and pulled out a few sharp shell fragments from there. So most likely, when I pierced it with a nail, some crushed shell from the sand got in and it grew over inside. It was very painful. I had to dig it out and remove everything. Got it out. That's it. Now it's fine. The pain is slowly going away. And the wound inflammation too. Well, that's how it is, friends. For now, that's the situation, friends. And you know what I thought? I can take a walk to the rocks now, find a few mollusks, break them open, cut them into pieces, take my homemade handline, cast it straight from the shelter. Maybe I'll step out of the shelter, let the rain drip on me, and I'll fish. Why am I wasting time for nothing? You know, friends, everything should be light. Everything should bring pleasure, moral pleasure. And now is the perfect time to just sit, do nothing, cast the hand line and watch the bite indicator, waiting for the fish. That's it. I don't want to do anything else. Just this. So let's find a mollusk. These little ones work too. Look. They are edible, first of all. And second, they make great bait. But yesterday I managed to catch, well, look. There are a lot of them here. 1, 2, 3, and one bigger. Oh, a bigger one. Much more interesting. Look. Can you see it? That's good. That's good. Now I'll check if there's a big one like the one I found yesterday. That was like a cutlet. You just slice it up and done. Well, this is what I see. Not very big, of course. No, this one is pretty standard. I don't see any larger ones yet. I think this is enough, friends. Let's go. Let's cast. Let's cast the fishing rod. Drop the hooks into the water. So, friends, this is my hand line. A plate for the bait. 2 stones to break the mollusks. These shells. This is, in fact, my bait. And I put on a hoodie because despite the light rain, despite the clouds in the sky, that doesn't mean the UV rays won't burn me, or that they will stop burning me. They burn just as much as without clouds. It's just that you fool yourself into thinking the sun is gone or there's shade and everything will be fine. But no. I would still get sunburned the same way. So know this, know this. that yes, if it's cloudy, if there are clouds in the sky, but it's still daytime, the sun still burns you. Cutting off the old bait from the hook, I left it to dry so the hooks wouldn't get too tangled. But in general, it's better to remove it because sometimes it's a pain to get off later, though cutting with a knife will always work. Alright, done. Now I need to get the meat out. It'll be enough for a few hooks. Hook number 1. And hook number 2. Oh, this one turned out pretty meaty. I would bite on that. Look. Well, the bait is in place. Time to cast. Oh, nice, nice. Threw it the full distance. I'm getting the hang of it. Attaching the indicator. Well, now all that's left is to wait for a bite. So, friends, the first bite. Did I manage to catch something or not? Did I manage to catch something or not? I feel some slight weight. Yes, there is. Woohoo, yes, friends, look. Look. I caught this red mullet again. Such a round, beautiful fish. Great. First cast and already a catch. What a lucky day. The main thing is not to step on the fishing line so it doesn't tangle. Friends, look. I caught a red mullet. On the first cast, a fish. Look. Friends, look. Throw it in the aquarium. Let's see how many fish I can catch. Although, you know, I'll put this whole piece on the hook. Maybe a bigger fish will bite. Alright, done. Now I really got the hang of it, friends. Look, perfect throw. Great distance. I probably picked the right sinker this time. Now it's not too heavy. It is easier to throw it without fear of breaking the line. Watch for the bites. Watch because the fish bites immediately and greedily. I already have one fish in the aquarium. Just like that, only one bait is left. I need to hook 2 more. The fish ate it. What do we have here? A bite or not? It was unclear before as well. But I pulled it out. 2 baits are gone. 2 hooks are empty. So, it was some small fish. Friends, I don't understand. Friends, I found the reason. Just now, the wind blew some grass and it got caught on my fishing line. That's why it was swaying on the waves. Alright, that was definitely a bite, but I was probably too late. because just now I tried and felt the hits in my finger. I reacted too late, of course, friends. Well, should I let it boil in hot water? Alright, let it grow. The day flew by very quickly and imperceptibly. The sun started to set beyond the horizon. I sat by the shelter, finishing the fish I had caught earlier. I knew that as soon as the sun set beyond the horizon and night fell, I would head to the swamp in the mangrove bushes and try to catch some crabs. But before that, I needed to start a fire, and for that, I would gather dry grass. There were still burning embers in the fire. I placed them on the dry grass and blew my fire to life. This fire will be my guide at night. Friends, I was just making a fire, and I noticed that when I broke a big log, inside it was rotten wood. It crumbled immediately, and a tiny spark landed on it. Well, I kept tending to the fire, and I saw that it kept smoldering, even though it was lying on damp sand. Then I noticed that I picked up this piece of rotten wood and tried to put it out with my finger. I was extinguishing it, but it kept smoldering. I put it out again, and again the spark flared up and kept smoldering. Sometimes you find rotten wood like this that works great as tinder. Even a steel plate and a stone can easily ignite this wood. And look, a spark landed on my stomach. When I find something like this, I always take it into my arsenal. I just gathered some of this rotten wood and will add it to my fire starting kit. Here I have tinder fungus, palm bark, rotten wood, charred cloth, everything along the way, everything during my adventures. I collect and expand my supplies just in case. If rainy weather comes, you'll already have prepared tinder on hand. In any conditions, you can make a fire. After it got dark, I took my mask and snorkel and dove underwater. I will try to catch food at night during spearfishing. At this time, fish become much less active, and it is much easier to catch them. And also, nocturnal creatures come out in the dark. Those types of fish that I don't see during the day. Look, a small shrimp is swimming here. But then I looked closer and saw a squid. I swam up to it at a convenient distance, aimed, and took the shot. And here, another squid was swimming. Look, near the water surface, a small needlefish is swimming. And here's another squid. And I managed to catch this one. I keep swimming, and here, in the rocks, a striped fish was hiding. I aimed and caught my prey. Look, another needlefish. I will try to catch it with my hand. It turned out to be very fast. I slightly damaged the tip of my spear. But underwater, with my bare hands, I bent it back and continued my spearfishing. And here's another fish. But its reaction was faster than mine. And here's a sea urchin. And another needlefish. When suddenly, in the grass, I noticed something interesting. It was another squid. I took a shot, but it swiftly darted away. It only left a cloud of ink in front of me. I saw it off to the side, aimed again and shot. But it still managed to escape, and here... a small boxfish was swimming, but people can't eat it. It's poisonous. All right, I'm already cold. It's time to return to camp and warm up by the fire. I cleaned the caught squids, put them on a stick, and quickly grilled them over the fire. I ate them and regained some strength, but this won't be enough for me. Damn, friends. I still can't believe my luck. It was necessary to find such beauty. I made myself such a lamp. It's very cozy in the hut. Beautiful, as if it's a shell made of some kind of liquid lava. I'll go fetch some water and put it on. Let it boil. I want to go to the mangrove swamps and catch some crabs for the evening. I collected water in a pot and placed it on the fire. Let it boil. In the meantime, I'll go crab hunting. So, to store the catch, I'll take this found bucket. It has ventilation. Although, what's the difference? I'll cook them right away anyway. But it's just so I don't have to hold them in my hands, so I can throw the catch in, because the pot is already on the fire and the water is boiling. Let's go catch some crabs. I hear the jungle's night dwellers. A very interesting sound, some kind of bird. Well, friends, I'm in the mosquito zone and the swamp crab zone. Okay, I see a big crab. I immediately see a big crab. There's more water now. The rain added some... Oh, damn, that's not a crab. Wow! Where are the crabs? Did I come too early? I don't get it. Alright. I see one underwater. Oh, there's another one over there. Let's go around. Okay. Mosquitoes activated right away, friends. No time to waste. I need to catch the crabs quickly and get out of here. I'll catch them with my hands and this bucket. I didn't bring anything with me. Only hardcore. I didn't even take shoes. Crabs. Let's check over there. I remember something big was crawling around here. Wait. I hear the sound of a small crab. I see a really tiny one. There's no one here. I don't see any crabs here either. Look at these tracks. The main thing is not to fall through somewhere. Somewhere neck deep into quicksand or a bog. But I'll get out no matter what. But I need to catch a big crab. And a few of them. I want to have a snack before bed, friends. Alright. Where are the crabs? There's plenty of trash, but I don't see any crabs. I see a crab.
Opa.
Oh, got it, friends. Got it, got it, got it. Ah, it's biting. I caught one, friends. I caught one. A medium-sized one, not too big. Alright, let's check now. Male or female? Male. So, how do I hold it here? How do I hold it? It's going to bite me. Damn, I didn't think this through. I'll take this piece of wood. Damn, it's a big piece of wood. Stay here, stay, don't bite. Damn, friends, I need to catch at least one more. I see a crab underwater. How do I secure this one inside? Why didn't I think about this before? Where are you biting? I need to cover it with something, or it'll escape. Found it. A coconut. I'll cover it with a coconut, and catch a few more crabs for now. Alright, there was one more around here. But where did it go already? It was right here. Did it burrow itself? Friends, where did the crab go? Crabs, damn. The mosquitoes are just eating me alive. It's insane. Where's the crab? It was right here. Phew. Damn, little guy, you scared me so bad, you rascal. Ugh. They're just eating me alive, eating me. Where did it go? Friends, well, I see a crab now. A crab or not. Oh, damn. Oh, friends. Friends, I'm just grabbing it with my hands. Oh, dangerous. Oh, dangerous. But it's big.
Wow.
Wow. That's crazy. A mosquito just bit me, but it was worth it. Look at this beauty. What a monster. What a claw. Let's put it in the catch as well. Alright, I need to be quick.
Opa.
Oh, got it. That's it. No more crabs here? That wasn't the one. Damn, I barely saw it. I poked with a stick, and there's this giant sitting there. But where's the one I saw here earlier? That clearly wasn't it. That was a different one. And that one must have hidden somewhere. Buried itself for sure. Or it already managed to escape while I was messing with the other one. More crabs. Crabs. Phew, the adrenaline rush, friends. That last one was so big. Really a beauty. Not many crabs came out today. I didn't take all of them, don't think that. I took just a few. And every day more and more return to this spot. Twice, 3 times more than before. But maybe today it's still too early. I don't know. Or maybe today they went somewhere else. Doing something else. Alright, let's see here. Look, the puddle got bigger here, so maybe the crabs are around here. No. Damn, the mosquitoes are just eating me alive, friends. I don't know if you can see or hear it, but it's just insane. It's brutal. And what do we have here? They're making bubbles. Alright, let's not waste time, friends. So, just 2 crabs today. Damn, I don't know how I'm going to carry them. I didn't think about that. If it bites my finger, it's over for me. And I still have to jump across the water with this bucket. Oops. Alright, let's run, friends. The mosquitoes are eating me alive. I need to get away faster. Food is food. But mosquitoes that carry all sorts of diseases, including malaria, are really not what I need. Yeah, besides that, I'll be itching all night. I'm already hiding under a mosquito net. There's a whole swarm around my head. But, by the way, I noticed something. In the evening, they're flying around, but deep into the night, there are significantly fewer of them. You only hear them occasionally, but in the evening and morning, it's complete madness. It immediately reminded me of fishing at the lake. You sit in the reeds catching crucian carp. In the morning, it's chaos. During the day, it's fine. And in the evening, they eat you alive. You pack up your fishing rods and head home. Enough fishing, phew, got my catch. All right, the water is already boiling. And I just brought my catch. Where are you going? This one has small claws, but it's a decent crab. And the crab instantly fell asleep. Where's the second one? Stop, stop. Wow, wow. This guy is serious. Very big. I have a knife. Let go of my knife. Look. Focus the camera. Just look at this beauty. Check out that claw. Oh wow, almost as big as my palm. If it grabs you, it won't be fun. This is amazing. We're going to cook it. Now I need to wash the crabs properly. And throw them into the pot. Let them boil. Need to add more fire. All right, need to add more fire. Also need to set a timer for 10 minutes. And in just 10 minutes, my crabs were ready. Well, the alarm says it's done. Looks delicious. Well, my friends, enjoy your meal. Let me try how it turned out. But I already know how it turned out. The meat is incredibly tender and sweet. There's just nothing to add. The meat is tender, sweet. The ocean water is salty. Perfect balance. That's it. No seasonings, no salt. Nature has already taken care of everything. Absolutely delicious. Too bad I only have 2 for now, but the mosquitoes were relentless. Now it's time for this big beauty. Some cold kvass would be perfect right now. There's a lot of meat in the claws too, friends. Just tear it off, like a chicken drumstick. Crack it open, just like that. Done! Just like that. One snap. And there's the meat. A real crab stick. Pull it apart. And with the claw like this, this claw needs to be cracked and eaten. Good thing I collected these stones. They're perfect for breaking open mollusks and crabs. Oh wow, my friends. I hope you can see this. That was an entire crab leg. Damn, this is so delicious. Friends, I'm really happy with the result. This is amazing. At least before bed, I managed to eat well. I regained my strength. Threw more wood into the fire and went to lie down in the hammock to sleep. Good morning, friends. All right, time to get up. The sun woke up before me.
Nopea.
Oh, it feels like the low tide gets stronger every day. Look! Wow, it's already 6:20. Friends, for me, that's a luxury on the island. But it's because there aren't any exciting fishing spots here. That's why I don't wake up at 5:50. I can afford to sleep in for an extra half hour. Oh, this squid ink. I'll take the squid ink with me. And a bit later, you'll find out why I collected it. Well, friends, I have some sad news for you. I tried to last as long as possible on this island. But my power banks are dead. My cameras are also dead. A large supply of spare batteries for my action cameras is gone too. And that means, despite my reluctance, it's time to head home. I'm happy. I really enjoyed it. In any case, thank you all so much for your support. I'll try to take on more interesting and challenging extra missions. But most importantly, I gained new experiences and unforgettable emotions. I'm really glad I came here. Even though this island wasn't as rich in resources, I still had a great time here. And I gathered a lot of new impressions. Friends, I hope you liked it too. I cleaned up all the trash after myself, cleared the area, and took apart all the structures. Returned the island to its pristine state so that no traces were left after me. I gathered all my gear, collected all my belongings, and just a few hours later, a boat arrived at my island to pick me up. I loaded all my things and set off on the journey back. Thank you so much, Island, for these emotions and the invaluable experience. I arrived on the mainland, took a taxi, and headed to the airport. Got on a plane and rose into the sky. And once again, I set off in search of new adventures. If you like this video, only in that case, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. Don't miss new episodes. Goodbye, everyone.